loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a get ready with me and I'm going to do a chit chat kind of story time about little things here and there. I'm really not going anywhere. I'm just going to go to Kroger to pick up a few items. But if you guys are interested in this look and want to hear some stories about me, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay guys, so we're just going to start off with a bare face. As you can already tell, I've already done my eyebrows off camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and get ready and answer some questions as I go. Now I've already primed up my face, so I'm just going to use the Fenty Beauty foundation and I'm going to mix it with this Marc Jacobs highlighter. Now I know that I said that I didn't like this Fenty Beauty foundation, but I really don't have any other foundation. I haven't gone foundation shopping and I just really want to wait for the... This is so awkward. But I kind of just want to wait for the Huda Beauty one to drop. So for the meantime, I'm just going to keep using this up until that one drops. But anyway, while I'm blending all of this out, I'm just going to look up some questions online. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the one that says 25 new get to know me tag questions no one asked. And I'm going to go ahead and answer those. So the first question is, are you named after anyone? No, I'm not named after anyone. In case you guys don't know, my full name is Jessica, last name is Griffin, of course. Really quick, I'll just get the basics out of the way. I'm 24 years old. I live in Dallas. I am married and I have the most beautiful 2-year-old toddler in the entire world. So the next question is, when was the last time you cried? Probably yesterday, because I'm really emotional. Like, I'm the type of person that I see a commercial and I will cry and I just get super emotional. Like, I noticed that after I became a mom, like, stuff just really hits me. Like, if I see a baby commercial, like, I freaking cry. Just, I don't know why. The baby hasn't died. The baby, you know, isn't, like, suffering through anything. I just cry because it gets, like, to my heart for whatever reason. So, honestly, yeah, probably yesterday. If you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? I would be my own friend. I think I'm pretty fucking hilarious and I think I'm a pretty cool ass girl, so I would totally be my friend. Scary movie or happy endings? Definitely happy endings. I just don't do scary movies. I really like, for example, that movie Coco. Have you guys seen that movie? It was so freaking cute. Like, I cried. I just thought that movie was so adorable. We took my son to go see it. Like, that's his first movie that he ever saw. And he really liked it. I thought that movie was super cute, and I definitely prefer movies like that over scary movies. 100%. Do you have any special talents? No. I wish. I wish I could be like, yeah, I'm Alicia Keys on the low, but no. Where were you born? I was born in Dallas, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm a huge Dallas girl. I never, ever, ever want to leave. Maybe to California just to have like a second home, but Dallas will always be my main home. What are your hobbies? I like doing stuff outdoors, even though I don't do it as often. Like, I like going hiking and stuff like that, like exploring. I love that so much. I think it's so fun to just go out and like hike stuff. But we just don't do it as much ever since we had the baby. And then Christian's really not an outdoorsy type of person, so we just don't do it as much. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have the cutest doggy ever. He's actually sitting right next to me. I'm going to tell you guys his name, but do not judge me. My dog's name is Kanye. We just gonna leave it at that. Next is, do you have any siblings? Yes, I do have a brother. He's 19 or 20, I don't know. We really don't talk as much as we used to, which is kind of sad. I really wish that my brother and I would talk. But when I was younger, my parents separated, and ever since the separation, like, my brother and I just aren't as close as we once used to be. Plus, he's a photographer and like he does modeling on the side, so he's always like I really don't know where he's at. Sometimes he's in LA, sometimes he's in New York. So he's doing really good things with his life, and I'm really proud of him. But I just wish we were a little bit closer. But yes, I do have one brother. His name is Isaac. What do you want to be when you grow up? Girl, I don't fucking know. Who is your best friend? Who was my best friend? Like in high school, or I don't know. I don't really have that many friends, guys, and I think that's everybody. Like, at first I always thought like I was such a loser because I just wouldn't make friends as easily, but now, like, as I'm an adult and I'm like realizing things, I sound like Kylie Jenner. Realizing things, I just realized that like not a lot of people have that many friends, and it's totally okay. My husband is definitely my best friend. As lame ass as that sounds and head ass as that sounds, my My husband's my best friend. Funniest moment throughout school. I don't know, but one thing that I used to do in high school, because my mom didn't let me wear makeup until way later, is all my friends in high school were wearing makeup at the time. Like, my best friend at the time was Priscilla, and I think she used to wear makeup. But Jackie, who's one of my subscribers, she used to wear like this bronzer like at school, and I used to remember like it looked so pretty on her. Like, me and Priscilla were always like, oh, can we borrow your bronzer or whatever? So like, we didn't know much about makeup back then. That literally, since it looked good on her and that was the only makeup product I really knew about aside of concealer, that was the only thing my mom let me wear because I've always had really bad under eyes, is we would literally just throw the bronzer like all over her face. So like, I remember throughout high school, I like looked like a Dorito, and I wore like a crap load of eyeliner. So now that I think about it, like, I just kind of laugh at it because, I mean, I look like a Dorito with like raccoon eyes, and at the same time, like, every time I would go home, like before I went home, I would have to wash my face and take it all off because my mom wouldn't let me wear makeup. So it was like a constant, like, I would go to school with no makeup, and then like me, Priscilla, and Jackie would meet in the bathroom, and then we would like bronze our face ups and put the eyeliner on, and then we would just like go on about our day. And I would like tell them like, yeah, my mom lets me wear makeup, I just don't have time in the morning to put makeup on or whatever, because that was their excuse that they were putting makeup on at school, was they didn't have time, so they're just putting it on there. So I think that was like a funny little moment in high school to just have to do all that extra stuff just so people thought I was cool for wearing makeup or whatever. What is your favorite animal? Dogs are definitely my favorite animal. After dogs, I would have to say elephants, because I think elephants are such beautiful creatures, and they're so smart, and they're so loving, and people take advantage of them, and it makes me really sad, but I think they're such loving and caring animals. And that's what makes my favorite animal. Just like dogs, they're super loyal, super loving, and super caring, and elephants are the same exact way. Who are your favorite YouTubers? That's a good question. My favorite YouTubers are definitely Bella Fiore, I think that's how you say her name, Daisy Marquez. I freaking love Daisy because she is from Dallas just like I am. Lupe Cuervas is also from Dallas. Like, it's my dream to like meet up with them one day. I also really like Nikki Tutorials, Manny MUA, Jaclyn Hill, and then some other like vegan YouTubers that I really like their content. That's the only ones I can really think of right now though. What phone do you have, iOS versus Android? Totally iPhone. But lately, guys, my iPhone has been messing up so bad, and it's totally because the new iPhone came out. And part of me really wants to get the new iPhone, but part of me just, no, like, I really don't want that iPhone because it's so expensive, and I'm just tired of like my phone messing up. Like, recently I had to delete all my photos, basically just restore my phone because my phone shut down, and I'm just not about it. And that Google phone is looking pretty damn cool, so I don't know. Right now I'm team iPhone, but I might switch, you never know. So this is usually when I do my eyes, and I don't know what I'm going for today. I'm thinking I want to do something with like yellows and purples. I haven't used my Jaclyn Hill palette in a really long time, so I think I'm going to try and play with that and see what I can come up with. Actually, guys, really quick, I'm going to address something about like myself and my channel. So, my channel, what it basically focuses on, and again, this is just because I'm doing my giveaways and I'm getting new subscribers and stuff. My channel basically focuses on vegan lifestyle, cruelty-free lifestyle. So I do vegan recipes sometimes, I do cruelty-free beauty when I can, and then also some occasional vlogs. When it comes to the vlogs, the reason I kind of started YouTube, we'll start there. I started YouTube just for my son, actually. Like, I was really into watching vlogs like a few years back, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, how cool would it be to, like, you know, go back and then just watch your videos on the internet, like, as a kid. Like, I thought it would be really cool for Luca to be able to have those videos for himself. So at first I didn't think I wanted to do it as like a growing type of thing. I kind of just wanted the videos for Luca, and then after a while I was like, no, I think YouTube is such a cool ass place to like create and make memories. So I was like, I'm gonna start adding cooking videos, because at the time, like, if you go back to my Instagram, I really like cooking, and a lot of people really liked watching my videos on Instagram, or they would ask me like what I would do to, or what was the recipe for stuff that I used to post. So I was like, okay, cool. So I already have a YouTube channel. I'll just start posting my recipes on there instead of Instagram, because I can only post so many seconds on Instagram. So I'll just start transferring them over to my YouTube. So then I started doing that, and I got a lot of good feedback from that. But ever since I went vegan, I had to change all of that completely. So I was doing like meatloaf recipes and stuff like that, and people were liking that. But now that I had my new lifestyle, people just weren't as interested, which is fine, because I understand not everyone's vegan and not everyone's even interested in going vegan. So ever since I started that, I really noticed that my views just weren't as good as they used to be. So then that's when I started to incorporate beauty into my YouTube, and I just did that because a lot of people were like, well, your makeup looks really good, like what are you using on your brows, what kind of shadow are you using? I'm like, great, so now I can incorporate this as well. So when I started, I wasn't 100% cruelty free, and I kind of technically I'm still not 100% cruelty free, and that's just because it's a lot to become cruelty free. Like, to replace all of my makeup, like before, I'm all over the place, sorry. Before, when I looked at my makeup and I decided to go cruelty free, I realized that maybe 85% of my makeup was not cruelty free. I had like L'Oreal, I had like Maybelline, all this stuff, and I was like, holy crap, like a whole bunch of my stuff isn't cruelty free. And it takes a lot of time to replace makeup. Just like I'm sure you guys know, like makeup is super, super expensive. And for me to basically have to throw away 85% of my makeup and totally replace it with cruelty-free products, like that was 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and I'm still not even there yet. And that's just because, I mean, first I had bills to pay, but also aside of that, like I have to replace cruelty-free items in my house. So like cleaning products, toothpaste products, like all that kind of stuff I had to replace. So I try as hard as I possibly can to only use cruelty-free products, but from time to time I may slip, and that's just because maybe I don't have a different eyeliner, I don't have a different brush and stuff like that. Like for example, this brush here, it technically isn't cruelty free because this is goat hair, but I haven't had the time to replace my brushes. I haven't had the time, like I think Coty Airspun probably isn't cruelty free. So when I try again not to promote any of that, but for the most part I am a cruelty free beauty YouTuber, again vegan recipes, and I try and do vlogs for my son. So yeah, that's kind of a backstory on my YouTube and why I decided to start. And talking about this brush made me totally realize I didn't even put bronzer on. I kind of just contoured. But anyway guys, I hope that you guys can kind of respect that and, you know, not come for me if you see me using something that isn't cruelty free or anything like that. I really, really try. But just the cruelty free community is so hard because there's not a lot of brands to choose from, and I'm sure if you watch any other cruelty-free beauty YouTuber, they'll tell you the same exact thing. There's not a lot of cruelty-free brands, and it's really sucky, but a lot of brands are going in that direction, so that's always a plus side. The next question is, are you afraid of the dark? Hell yeah. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I'm so scared of the dark. So like right now, my husband's actually in LA. He is photographing an engagement, and my son is with my mom. So this weekend I have the whole house to myself, and I've been making my dog cuddle with me because I'm so fucking scared of the dark. What is your ethnicity? So I was born here in the States, and then my mom was born in Mexico, and then my biological father was born in Puerto Rico. Would you ever have surgery? I guess this means like plastic surgery. I don't know how I feel about plastic surgery, guys, because I know there's a lot of harm and damage to plastic surgery, but I feel like I would probably still do it. I would get like a smaller nose, I would get my teeth fixed, and then I would just go to town on my mom body because things aren't just the way they used to be, you know, it just happens when you're a mom. So I think I totally would. Do you have any phobias? Yes, I am terrified of roaches. I have to tell you guys a story on why I'm terrified of roaches. When I was younger, we lived in this house in Dallas that, like, for whatever reason, there was always a lot of roaches on the outside, and they were like those big ass motherfucking roaches with like wings and shit on them. So they would always like just go up like our walls, like not inside the house but like outside the house, because I don't know, we used to live in the cliff, so there was like literally always roaches around. So it used to always make me scared. And one time when I was with my friend, like my next door neighbor, we were playing a game, and literally, guys, literally a fucking roach crawled on me in the middle of the game. She's like, what's that? And I turned around and there's like a roach right here, and it like went all around. Like, I don't know if y'all seen that fucking clip where it's like this guy has a roach on his shoulder and like he didn't know, or like it went across his do-rag or some shit. I don't know.
It's ball back. Y'all saw that big ass bug on me? I didn't even see that shit.
That's what it was like, and I was like freaking out. I was trying so hard to like slap the damn roach off of me, like, and ever since that day I've just been terrified of roaches. Like, can you imagine having a big ass roach like this on your shoulder and then crawling all over your body and not getting off? So that's definitely one of my biggest fears of life is roaches. I can deal with spiders. Like, I can deal with spiders. A snake is probably like, ooh, shit, that's a snake. But like a roach, no, I will die. I need to chill because then this is going to turn into a drunk. Get ready with me. Have you ever met any celebrities? Yes, I've met Kylie Jenner. I've met Kendall Jenner, which is not a good experience per se. And I've met Daisy Marquez. I guess I'll tell you guys the Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner story. So they came to Dallas and they came to North Park and they were doing like a book signing. It's when they came out with that like book, like something of India or something like that. I don't know. So I went to go meet them for that. And like, I remember when I got there, the line was like so long and I was like pretty sure we weren't going to make it. So this guy was like, yo, if you want my spot, like $60 and whatever. And I was like, shit, I don't know if I should do that. But then the line was so long, I was like, okay, fuck it. Pay the $60, me and my brother and my cousin-in-law, we all went. And so I'm expecting like a really good experience because I just paid $60 for a spot in line that wasn't even guaranteed to meet them. But we finally meet them, and like when we go in, like there's security everywhere and they're like warning us. They're like, do not take out your phone like as soon as you go in there. I think we had to drop our phones in a basket or whatever. They're like, if you get caught with phone, like you're immediately gonna get kicked out. So I was like, what the hell? Like, it was super top secret, like everything. I felt like I was gonna meet like freaking Barack Obama. So whenever we get there, like they don't say anything to us. Like, they're just signing their books and they hand the books like this and they just go. If you don't have a book, they sign the poster. So I hand the poster over and I'm like in shock because I'm looking at Kylie Jenner and I'm looking at Kendall Jenner, and Kendall is like my woman crush forever, and I'm like staring at her like in so much shock. And then she just like takes my cousin's, or my, whatever, she's my cousin. She takes my cousin's book that she gave her and she like threw it. She like takes the book, she signs it, and like she throws it over to Kylie for her to sign it. And I was like, did she just do that? Like, I just waited 3 hours plus in line, paid $60 to meet her, for her just to be rude like that. And I was like, are you fucking serious? And then so like I walked down where Kylie is because she's signing my poster now, and I'm like staring at her and I want to say something. Like, I want to be like, oh my god, it's so cool to meet you, or like something. But like, literally, like, this is Kylie Jenner like signing, and she has like a bodyguard like right here, and he's like looking at me like this, like staring at me, like giving me the meanest mug. Like, if I were gonna say literally anything, he was gonna like pop or some shit. So I was like, fuck that. So it was like super fucking intense. But I know that she made eye contact with me, and it was just so crazy, like looking at her, like her looking at me and me looking at her. Like, it was so crazy. Like, I don't know, it was a really weird experience that I'm never gonna forget. I just wish that like they weren't so like rude, or I don't know if it's for safety reasons that they're not allowed to take pictures with them. But it was kind of upsetting that I waited like so long to meet them, and then at the end of the day I didn't have a good experience with them. I didn't take a picture with them, and they were just, Kendall was just rude, and it really breaks my heart because I love Kendall Jenner. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. Hopefully you got to know me a little bit better and you enjoyed my little stories. Again, I just thought this was super important to do just because I'm gaining a good amount of subscribers, and I've never done a get to know me video, so I just thought that this would be a great time to go ahead and do that. I will see you guys next week for another video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and enter my giveaway. I will link it up here. I'm giving away a whole bunch of really good stuff for Christmas, so I will see you next week in another video. Bye!